So today is the Exclusive Books Warehouse sale, and I want to take you guys along with me, but I am very much not even comfortable vlogging in private, so there's no way I'm going to be vlogging in public. So this is just going to be a whole bunch of b-roll, and yeah, we will buy books even though I'm on a book buying ban, and let's go see what we can get. Okay, so I went to the bookstore, but well, not the bookstore, the book sale, and there were so many people there that I was like, I'm not gonna take my phone out and I'm not gonna film because, you know, that's kind of weird. But yeah, I got a massive haul, and even though, you know, I'm technically on a book buying ban and I'm not supposed to be buying books, the sale comes like once a year, and it's also, you know, I got some books, not a lot that, you know, need to fit into this, well, the books that I already have, and some of them are completing the series, which is what I said that I would be doing. But there are also quite a few new books and series that I do want to read, and there's also some standalones in here. So yeah, I definitely overspent, right? But hey, it's once a year. I don't do it very often, and it helps, I think. I'm just talking through my bum side because none of this is actually, well, whatever. Okay, anyway, so I decided I'm gonna show you guys what I did get, and then, you know, you can not judge me and I won't judge you, and we all live happily ever after. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with what's in front of me because there is no rhyme or reason to. So I'm just gonna start with what's in front of me because there's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's just kind of packed in the boxes. And then I will put them in my bookshelf later today just so that I can get the boxes out of the way. So what I was thinking is, if I already have the series, I'm gonna slot it in where it needs to go. So for example, Fate Breaker, I have the entire series in my bookshelf, so it is one of the books that I need to read, so I'll slot it in where it needs to go. And then something that is not part of a series that I already have, it's a standalone or it's a new series that I want to start, I'm gonna put it at the end so that I know that I will get to those after, instead of just, you know, putting it in alphabetically like I normally would, and then not actually getting to the end because I just keep putting stuff in at the beginning. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, let's get started. So, first book that I've got here is Fate Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. Like I said, I've already got the other two books in the series, so this completes the trilogy. I wonder actually if, you know, this is a trilogy or if it's going to be something more. But yes, I've got this one. I'm gonna put these here next to me. You won't be able to see them really. Okay, next I have got Allegiant by Veronica Roth. This is the third book in the Divergent series. I do not have books 1 and 2, so this is gonna go at the end, so I'm gonna put it the side of me. But yeah, Allegiant, Veronica Roth. Then I have got The 1,000-Year-Old Boy by Ross Welford. I know nothing about this book. I don't know if it's part of a series. I don't know if it's a standalone. I just read the back and I thought it was very interesting. It looks like there are other books. I'm not sure if it's a series or if it's just by this author. So, you know, we'll read this one. Or actually, when we get to the end and we start to Google it, then we will figure out if it needs to, if we need to start the series from the beginning, or if this is a standalone. Okay, so The 1,000-Year-Old Boy by Ross Walford. Then I've got a Witcher book, The Lady of the Lake. I cannot say this person's surname or their name, so I'm not even going to try, but it is part of the Witcher series. It's book 5. I have book something. There it is. Blood of Elves and the Season of Storms. So I have book 3, 4, 5, 6, and book 7. And this one here is book 5, I think. So I am still, you know, nowhere near ready to even start the series because I do not have book 1. But, you know, but this is part of the series. It's one of the series that I have. So it's a goodbye. And then I bought Mythos. This is a big, thick monster. Honestly, I don't know anything about Stephen Fry. I've heard about him as an author. I'm not sure if this is mythology, if it's fiction, if it's based on the Greek types. I have no idea. But I was like, this looks excellent. I really, really want to read this. And also it says it's a vivid retelling, so it might be fiction. Also, it's illustrated, so I don't know if you can see, but there's like really cool illustrations inside of it. So there's that. But again, something completely new that I don't have anything by Stephen Fry. I know the author for some unknown reason. I don't know where I know the author from. Okay, then we have The Glass Girl by Kathleen Glasgow. I read You'd Be Home Now by this author and I loved it. It was heartbreaking. And I did say that I went, oh goodness, it's damaged. I don't know if you can see that. Oh well. But anyway, so I saw this and I was like, this is an author that I know that I love. And I did want to read the rest of it. Well, the other books by this author. So I decided that I was going to get The Glass Girl. I'm not sure if these are all in order or if it's interconnected standalones or if it's just standalones. I will do some research, but I did read You'd Be Home Now by this author and it was great. Then we have The Map from Here to There. Again, no idea what this book is about. It's by Emery Lord. Don't know if it's a series. It looks like a series. It looks like it's part of a series or at least an interconnected standalone. I don't know, but it looked interesting. So I was like, I will do research once I get where I need to go. Okay, then I have got Love, Simon. This, I'm not sure. I've heard about Simon and the Homo sapiens, but I don't really know anything about it. I know this is kind of like a middle grade type of book, I think, or young, very, very young adult. But I've never actually read it. And yeah, I really wanted to read it. I found another Love, Simon book, or Simon and the Homo sapiens. I think it's all connected, or it's in the box somewhere. But either way, this is not a series that I have any books of, so it goes into the new pile. Then, this book I have seen a lot of in the last few weeks on TikTok and BookTok, Bookstagram, etc, etc. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This is actually a classic literature book. I'm not really into classic literature. I've never really clicked with it. I tried reading Jane Austen ones and it was very dense. The English was just not Englishing for me. So I haven't really looked at classics in a while, but I have been seeing a lot about The Picture of Dorian Gray and a lot of people are raving about it. So I really do want to try it. I hate these stickers. There's 30% off stickers. Apparently there's like a hack where you can use a hairdryer and it will melt the glue and then it's easier to peel off. But I'm like so terrified to try it because what if I hurt the actual book? But yes, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. It's a pretty little hardcover, nothing on the inside, just yeah. So yeah, I think I want to read this. Obviously that is gonna come way down the line. Then I have read the selection, but I've never actually had physical copies of it. So I decided that I would like to start collecting the selection because I love the series. This is like a very super quick, very easy read for me. These are like one of my comfort reads, you know. So I got the one, which is the third book in the original trilogy, right? Apparently there's like 3 more or a second trilogy based on their daughter or something. But the one, definitely love this book. I just now need to find the other 2, I guess. And then I found this book. How Does She Do It? It is an autobiography, I believe. I know this is nonfiction, right? So the reason I got it is because on the cover it says a behind-the-scenes look at the world of a female entrepreneur trying to balance work, life, family, and everything in between. I'm very interested in something like this because I am a new mom. I do have a 9 to 5 and I'm starting, you know, a YouTube. So I would like to figure out how to, what's the term I'm looking for? Balance everything, how to get everything, how to manage my time management. And I would like to read from people who have already gone through this experience, and yeah, maybe they have some insights for me. So there's that. But this one, even though it is new and it is not on my bookshelf, I will be reading this as soon as I'm finished with my current read. Okay, sorry about that. My phone rang, which found out my recording. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about How Does She Do It. So I definitely want to start reading this one next. It looks kind of cool though. Not a nonfiction girly though, which is, it's a little bit worrying that, you know, I picked up a nonfiction book and I'm hoping that, you know, I can stick to it, because nonfiction for me has always been boring and it never really caught my attention, but hopefully this one catches my attention. Okay, next we have Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. This is part of the Love, Simon series. So I bought Love, Simon, right? I showed you earlier. I don't know whether this is the first one or the second one or the third one, but it was. I saw Love, Simon and I was like, you know, it's all together. It's all together. There is 2 more on the back of this. The Upside of Unrequited and Leah on the Offbeat. So I'm not sure if they are connected to this Simon series. If they are, then obviously that, you know, just adds to my growing pile of to be bought, to be read, etc, etc. Okay, then I have here The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. This is not actually part of the same Heroes of Olympus series that I currently have, but it is all part of the same, you know, Percy Jackson universe. So I'm gonna put it in the part of my TBR pile, my current already have series, because I just feel like it's all part of the same universe, right? It says a Return to Percy Jackson's world. I don't know if you can see that. So I definitely want to, I want to read Percy Jackson. I've never read Percy Jackson. I've seen the movie and I see now there's a series on Disney Plus, but yeah, no, I don't know. So I'm gonna put it with my series that I already have, because I do have the Heroes of Olympus sitting up there and I want to read the whole Percy Jackson series. So that's like everything from the original Percy Jackson to the Heroes of Olympus, the Trials of Apollo. Let's see, I think they have thingy in here. Yeah, so they have Percy Jackson, the Demigod Files, the Heroes of Olympus, the Kane Chronicles, Percy Jackson and the Kane Chronicles, the Magnus Chase series, and the Trials of Apollo. That looks like a lot of books though. Okay, you know what? I will do some research and I will figure out how I need to read it, because that is quite a bit of books and I'm not too sure if I'm going to be interested in it. Okay, moving on. Kylie Reid, Come and Get It. I know nothing about this book, nothing about this author. I just, for some reason, I saw it and I was like, this looks interesting. And also there's a quote by Emily Henry on the front. Not that I've read any of Emily Henry books, but I took Come and Get It by Kylie Reid. Don't know why. I read the back and it looked interesting. Okay, then I have part 1 and part 2 of the Book of Lost Tales by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm not even sure if this is by Christopher Tolkien. I have no idea how they're connected, related, whatever. But this is, I'm assuming this forms part of the Lord of the Rings universe. I don't know how it fits in. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is. But I saw J.R.R. Tolkien and I was like, okay, Lord of the Rings, right? Sticking with the Lord of the Rings theme, I then also got The Complete Guide to Middle-earth. But I don't think this is an actual novel. I think this is more of like a, how do I put this? A companion book. Something, I don't know if you can actually see that because, like, you know, the reflection and the stuff. It's very pretty, but I don't think it's an actual novel. I think it's just a companion type of thing. And then I have The Unfinished Tales of Numenor and Middle-earth, also sticking with the Lord of the Rings theme. This is by J.R.R. Tolkien. So I don't know if it's, you know, like this, just companion novels, or if it's something like this, which is not actually in the story, but just additional info, like additional reading. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, then I've got Famine by Laura Thalassa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This, I think, is book 3. I'm pretty sure this is book 3 of the 4 Horsemen. Pestilence, war, famine, and death. 4 horsemen riding their screaming steeds, racing to the corners of the world. 4 horsemen with the power to destroy all of humanity. They came to Earth and they came to end us all. Okay, interesting. So again, I hate this, but this is book 3. So I need to find book 1, 2, and 4. And because I don't have anything in the series, it's going to go in my new series file. Then I have a Cassandra Clare book, Lord of Shadows. This is book 2 of the Dark Artifices, Artifices, whatever. I have book 3, I think, so I still need book 1 in this particular series. I'm almost done with my Cassandra Clare collection. I think it's Clockwork Angel, and then, you know, some of the other add-ons, like something about the night market or something. I know that. I have the last book of the White. Oh, that's part of the series. Cute. Anyway, when I get to Cassandra Clare, I'm going to have to Google how to actually read this, because there are so many. I've read The Mortal Instruments, but that, oh, this comes off. But I haven't read any of the other series, so I would like to read the universe in complete order. So that is something. And then I bought another book 3. This is part of a trilogy. I know nothing about the trilogy. It is called A War of Ruins by Irina Vasquez, book 3 of the Solaris and Krello trilogy. So this is the end of the trilogy. I don't have book 1. I don't have book 2. I've never even heard of this trilogy. But it says it's a thrilling TikTok sensation, so maybe it's a good trilogy. I hope it's really good. But yes, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but I bought this because it was interesting. I got The Book of Dust by Philip Pullman. don't know if this is actually part of the His Dark Materials series, because I have the first and the second one. So I have the Northern Lights and the Subtle Knife, and I also bought the Amber Spyglass. It's in here somewhere, but I'm not sure if this is part of that series or if this is just something connected to it, because it says fans of His Dark Materials will find themselves joyfully immersed in a familiar world. So I don't know if it's connected to the series, if it's part of the series. I cannot tell you, but Philip Pullman, I was like, hey, His Dark Materials, I have that. I also have book 4 in the... See, this is one of the things I do not like about these book sales, is that you get all the damaged books. But anyway, I have book 4 in the... What is this? Vampire Academy? No, this is not Vampire Academy. This is Vampire Academy. Yes, in the Vampire Academy series. I have book 1, book 3, book 5, and book 6. And then I found book 4. I am just missing book 2, and then the series will be completed. Don't know anything about the series, just know that I have it. So I'm gonna read it when I read it, eventually. And then I've got Heart Song by TJ Klune. I know nothing about this author, about this book, about any of this. I saw this on TikTok and I was like, this is on my TBR. I like this. I want to read this. I saw it. I took it. We move on. Okay, then I've got Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Trisha Levenseller. I can't say her name. I have Daughter of the Siren Queen and Blade of Secrets, I think. I don't know how any of these books are connected, but I do know that I have this author, so I think it's part of the same series. No idea. Couldn't tell you, but it's gonna go there. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Oh, thank goodness it is actually protected. Okay. Then I also have The Darkness Within Us. Also from Trisha Levenseller. Again, unsure how it connects to any of the others, if it even is connected. But I was like, okay, I know this author. I'm, getting there. Okay. I got Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. Cannot tell you anything about this author. Cannot tell you anything about this book. But I do know that this is the author of The City of Brass, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure if this is part of that series, but I do know that I wanted to read City of Brass. So it might be, the sequel or something along those lines. Can't tell you. But yeah, I got this one. So I have to go and research that, obviously. And then Sarah Jane. I have The House of Flame and Shadow, which is the 3rd book, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong. I'm not wrong. It is book 3 of the Crescent City series. I have Throne of Glass by Sarah Jane. I've read ACOTAR. I haven't actually read Crescent City, so I just need to get the first 2 books of this. I haven't read Kingdom of Ash. So I've read Throne of Glass right up until Tower of Dawn, Queen of Shadows. And I've been putting off Kingdom of Ash purely because, one, I don't actually want to see it end. Like, when you savor something and you don't want it to end, but you really want to know how it ends. So I have that. But also because it's such a massive book and I'm so terrified of it. And I've seen people's reaction to, some of the things that happened in KOA. I'm scared of KOA. But when I get to the M section, best believe we are going to read ACOTAR and then TOG and then Crescent City. Or I'm not sure. I think it's that order. I'm not sure how you're supposed to read the universe. But yes, Sarah Jane. I have got Crescent City. And then I got Lightbringer by Piers Brown. I have heard a lot about Red Rising. Cannot tell you what Red Rising is about. Could not. Could never tell you. I have no idea what it's about. But I have heard beautiful things about the series and I would like to get to it at one stage eventually. It is on my TBR. I just need to actually, you know, get through the books that I currently own, and then we'll start with this unnatural pile. But also the nice thing about Piers Brown is that his surname starts with B, so this series will be somewhere near the front of the end of my line. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever, but it makes sense in my head. And if you continue to watch this channel, you will go through all the emotions with me. But anyway, moving on. I have book 4, again with these strip stickers. I have book 4 of Heartstopper, volume 4. I think it's 1 and 5. Where are you? There you are. I have 1 and 5 and now 4, so I need 2, 3 and 6, and then my Heartstopper series is gonna be done. I've seen the series. I'm not a fan of graphic novels, so I don't really know how I'm going to feel about Heartstopper, but everybody says that it's cute and it's heartfelt and it's lovely, and I'm sure it is. I've never read graphic novels before, so I don't even know how to start. But yeah, Heartstopper, I need book 2, 3 and 6, and I'm done with those. That's assuming she does not come out with any more. I first want to read Heartstopper before I decide if I want, you know, anything else by Alice Oseman, because like I said, I haven't really read graphic novels before, so I don't know. Then I have The Sword of the War God by Tom Hodkinson. This looks like historical fantasy. It's about Attila the Hun, 436 AD in Rome, in the Roman Empire. I cannot tell you anything more about this book. I can't say if it's a series, if it's a standalone. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. I'm not really a big fan of historical fiction, but this looks like historical fantasy, so that might be, you know, great. Or it might just be straight historical fiction. I don't know. I know nothing about this book. It looked interesting, and also, you know, I kind of go mad at these book sales. Anyway, then I have book 1 in a new series, The Ashes of Vesma. Anyway, book is called Iron and Embers by Helen that one. The only reason I took this book, there is no, you know, hang on. There's no synopsis or anything in the book, but the reason I took it was because look at this. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Spirit edges. The book is very pretty. I know nothing about it. Oh, see? Very cuticles. Nothing about the book. Nothing about this author. Don't know whether it is high fantasy, YA fantasy. I could not tell you. Don't know when it's set in. It just says, I've made no secret of what I want. You. It's always been you. And that is it. That is what this book says. And I saw it and I was like, I'm vain and this is pretty. Bite me. Okay. Then I got House of Odysseus by Claire North. Again, something in the Greek mythology setting. Don't know anything about it. Don't know anything about it. But it looks pretty. And, you know, I am broadening my horizons. So I'll put that there. We'll get there eventually. Philip Pullman, book 3 of the Dark Materials series. The only thing I do not like about this is that, first of all, ew. But second of all, my spines don't match. One is blue, that one is black, this one is orange. Don't like it, but it is what it is. Then I have Twisted Palace. This is book 4 in a series. Cannot tell you anything about the series. Do not know anything about the series. All I know is about it's about royals. What is the series called? This is the Royals series by Aaron Watt. So Twisted Palace is actually book 3 of 5 books so far. Don't know anything about it. Don't know what it's about, whether I like it or not, but you know, I've seen something about it. It tickles a memory, but I can't tell you exactly what that memory is or how it's connected or anything along those lines. All I know is I will have to figure it out when I get there. Then I got 3 of 8 books of the Twisted Tales, Twisted Villain series. I don't know, but it is by Serena Valentino. I know there's about 8 books, so I have no idea which 3 I currently have. I have Never Never, which is the Captain Hook one. I have Evil Thing, which is Cruella de Vil. And then Cold Hearted, cannot tell it. I don't know if this is Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. Just says The Tale of the Wicked Stepmother. Which stepmother? I don't know. But it's one of the stepmothers. So there are 5 more books in the series, and I will get them when I get them. But yeah. Okay, then I've got What Monstrous Gods by Rosamund Hodge. Again, know nothing about the book, the series, anything. I don't know. It's a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, so that seems interesting. I don't know if it's a standalone. I don't know anything about it. Okay. And the rest of these books, same thing. I know nothing about any of them or their authors. Okay, well, some of the authors I do know. Like Emily Wen Zhao. I have one of her series here, but I have no idea what the series is about. So this one is Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White. This, I think, is also book 2 of something. Cannot tell you book 2 of what, but book 2 of something. Oh wait, baby's crying. Hang on. I will be back soonish. Okay, where was I? Yeah. We've got 8 more books. Let's just finish this quickly and then I can put these all back and figure out, you know, where we're going from there. I have High Time by Hannah Rothschild. I cannot, again, tell you anything about this. Don't know. Might be contemporary fiction. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. This one was pretty. But I think this is also part of a series. It's about Korea. What about Korea? I don't know. Oh, it's got something inside. It's about a princess, you know. It's got a book. What is this thing called? Bookmark. So, and Break the Pretty Kings by Lena Jung. Very pretty. Looks interesting. Don't know anything about it. Then we have The Sisterhood by Catherine Bradley. Again, nothing about this. Something about Oceana and Big Brother. Listen, I go to a bookstore and I look at the back of things and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Sorry, babes, I'm almost done. Then I've got The Midnight Kingdom, right? This is a sequel. A sequel to what? I don't know, because I don't have the first book. Don't know if I like the book. Don't know if I will like the series. Don't know anything. But I got it. So there's that. Okay, as for, let's just get through this quickly. Okay, then I've got Moonstone by who? Laura Purcell. Honestly, I thought this was about werewolves. And now I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it's still about wolves, but you know, we go and we'll see. Then we have The Battle Drum. This also looks like epic fantasy. But again, no idea. So this has got to go somewhere. I will figure it out, you know. I will get there. If I don't like the series, then I won't read the series. Simple as that. I'll just read the... I really hope that's the first book and not a sequel. Then I've got Claremont by Leslie McDowell. This seems like historical fiction. I'm pretty sure this is about historical fiction. I don't know anything about any of it. It says 1816. It's about Mary Shelley, Lord Byron, and Percy. Don't know who any of these people are. But yeah, looks like I'm on a historical fiction buzz. And then this J.J.A. Harwood, sorry, I have a book by her, Shadow in the Glass, that is a Cinderella retelling, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if this is related to that or if it's just, you know, not related, or if, but this is about fae and women, mortal women. It's also kind of historical. It's in 1919, but you know, A Dance with the Terrible Prince. So this looks interesting. So I'm not sure if I add it to my current have series, because I'm not sure if it's part of a series. I will do some research, but for now I'm going to put it here on the side where it is a new thing entirely. And yeah, that is what I bought at the exclusive book sale. I also did buy some like really odd things. I bought some baby books, well, kiddies books for baby love. I bought some games. I bought an umbrella. Really, everything was 65 rand, so I went wild. But hey, it's once a year. I got quite a few things. I'm really happy with this massive haul that I got. How many books are these? I don't know, I'm not gonna count them. But yeah, that is what I got at the exclusive book sale for 2025. So I normally put money aside. For those of you who are wondering, every month I put money in a savings account specifically for the sale, because I know when I go to the sale I kind of just go wild. Like I pick up books that I would never like genuinely usually think about picking up, and that's how I find some really great finds. But kind of go wild at the book sale. But yeah, I do that specifically because I did put money aside and because I save the entire year for the sale. Yeah, so that was my book haul. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what you think. Comment down below if you are excited to see me read any of these. If you know about any of the ones that I bought that I have no idea what it's about, let me know if any of these series are something that you have enjoyed, if you highly recommend I read it. And also, yeah, follow along and hopefully one day. So as I was packing the books away, I was doing some quick googling and stuff to see, you know, how things fit in the series, and I realized that this and the other one that I have are the exact same book. This one is just, it's got the movie adaptation thing going on, so I'm gonna try and take it back because this book that I bought for baby, It's Time to Sleep My Love, is also, it's duplicate, so I have one already, and then there's another book, Veronica Decides to Die. I don't know what I did with it now, but I also got that for someone and they already have a copy of it, so I'm not sure if they will actually take it back because, like I said, it's a sale item, but perhaps they'll allow me to exchange it. So I'm gonna try and do that either tomorrow or the day after, but I'm gonna do it this week because the sale is going to end soon. Yeah, so that is my it doesn't say anything about not returning sale items, so I'm gonna try it, and if they say that they, and hopefully I'm gonna try and get, you know, not a replacement, just a exchange. I won't necessarily ask for the money back because I was intending to spend the money, and like I said, I did save that money to be used on books, so I'm hoping that they will just allow me to grab other books in exchange for these ones. So yeah, let's see what we can see.